Take out your notepad and a pen. It's time to make some money. 15 games in Major League Baseball on Tuesday, August 26th. We've got bets for every one of them right here, right now. What's up, baby? You are in the jungle. Let's go. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. I've got a pick for every single game in Major League Baseball on Tuesday. We're going to break down every single one of them and come up with the best bet for all of them. I'm going to leave two links for you in the comment section of this video. The first link is for my $5 favorite play of the day on Tuesday. For just $5 and no further obligation, you get my favorite bet of the day text to your phone along with complete analysis as to why it's my favorite. The second link is to become a Jungle member. And for as little as 55 cents a day, you can become a member and get my full betting card sent to your phone every single morning, along with access to our members-only Discord. It's a great community in there. We are the fastest growing sports betting community in the Western Hemisphere, and I'd love to have you a part of it. Today's video is brought to you by Outlier.bet, the top name in sports betting research, and by Red Lobster, now accepting all coupons and gift cards to Cracker Barrel. The first game we're looking at is Boston at Baltimore. We have Lucas Giolito going for the Red Sox. No official starter yet for Baltimore. Giolito is 8-2 on the season with a sub-4 ERA. Boston's ranked 4th in my current bullpen rankings with a bullpen ERA over the last 7 days of 1.96 and a fatigue factor of just 4.2 out of 10. I have Baltimore currently ranked 17th in bullpens at the moment. The Red Sox are 18-15 since the All-Star break and playing meaningful baseball. Baltimore is 17-18 since the break. Most books have this priced around minus 120 for Boston on the money line, and I think that line is short. I like the Red Sox on the money line to beat the Orioles. Play number 2, Atlanta at Miami. Thirsty Hursty going for the Braves. Atlanta's rookie Hurston Waldrop against Sandy Alcantara, the former Cy Young winner, going for the Fish. There's no reason right now to bet against Thirsty Hursty in this game. He's pitched 4 games, and he's 4-0 with a 0.73 ERA and a sub-1 whip. He's also pitched 6 innings in 3 of those, at least 6 innings in 3 of those 4 starts. And he's up against the Marlins offense that's batting just .218 as a team in their last 7 games. Alcantara is facing a Braves offense that's hitting .266 in their last 7, and he's coming into this game with an ERA north of 6. Miami's bullpen, though, in their current form is much better than the Braves. Let's take the bullpens out of it, isolate Thirsty Hursty, and that Braves offense, and take Atlanta first 5 innings on the money line. Looking at Tampa Bay at Cleveland, Shane Baz going for the Rays, and we have Parker Messick going for the Guardians in just his second career start. He looked good in his first start, though. 6 2/3 innings and just 1 run allowed to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Shane Baz has been a mess. 19 earned runs allowed in his last 19 innings, and the Rays have lost 9 of Shane Baz's last 10 starts. Both bullpens, according to my rankings, have a fatigue factor at the moment over 8 out of 10. But the Guardians are in better current form. I have them 14th right now, and I have Tampa Bay's bullpen ranked 23rd. Any edge that Tampa Bay holds offensively, if they hold any edge at all, which they do a little bit, is nullified by the pitching advantage and home field advantage that Cleveland possesses. Give me the Guardians on the money line in this game. Nationals at the Yankees. Mackenzie Gore versus Luis Gil for the Bronx Bombers. Now, Gil's control has been terrible. He's walked 8 batters in his last 2 starts. Mackenzie Gore has also struggled with his control historically and lately in this season. His control was a lot better when the season started, but he's regressed back to his old ways. He's walked 6 batters his last 2 starts. Both bullpens possess a high whip as well, and if you're new to baseball betting, whip is walks and hits per innings pitched. It simply means how many base runners you allow per inning. The Yankees are at 1.32, which is high, and the Nationals are at an MLB high 1.51. What I'm getting at here is there's going to be a ton of base runners in this game, in my opinion. I think we go up and over the total of 8.5 in Washington Yankees. Minnesota at Toronto. Bailey Ober going for the Twins. Chris Bassett going for the Blue Jays. Minnesota has lost Ober's last 12 starts. That's almost hard to do. And he has an ERA north of 5 on the season. Bassett has been up and down. The Blue Jays starter has been up and down, but he's been really good at home. It's a very different split. At home, Chris Bassett is 8-0 with an ERA of 2.73. Toronto holds the bullpen edge as well. I have them ranked 15th in their current form with an ERA of just 3.7 over the last week. I have the Twins bullpen currently ranked 25th with an ERA of 4.45 over the last week and a fatigue rate of 9.6 out of 10. Minnesota's bullpen has thrown 28 and a third innings, over their last 7 days, the most in Major League Baseball. Toronto, of course, holds the offensive edge as well. Now, the money line price on most books is sitting around minus 160, and I don't lay more than minus 140. And I don't lay 1.5 runs with the home team. And people ask me why in the comments, and I answer. And the reason is because if the home team wins, which if you lay 1.5 runs, you need them to. If they win in regulation time, not extra innings, they're going to bat only 8 times compared to the opponent's 9. That's 11% less of at-bats you have to cover that spread. That's why I don't lay 1.5 runs with home teams. The play in this game is the alternate run line for Toronto of -1, because if they win by 1, you push, you don't lose. Phillies at the Mets, a pair of lefties facing off. Jesus Luzardo going up against the Hawaiian Sean Manaea. Luzardo holds the edge in this game. Manaea has allowed at least 4 runs in his last 4 starts, and the Mets have lost his last 5 starts. Philly holds the bullpen and offensive edge as well in this game. I have the Mets bullpen in their current form, ranked 30th. The Mets bullpen has an ERA in the last 7 days of 7.54 and a fatigue factor, according to me, of 8.2 out of 10. Pardon me. No team in baseball has hotter bats than the Phillies. In their last 7 games, they're batting .336 as a team. Phillies' money line is the play. Arizona at Milwaukee, Brandon Pfaadt going for the Diamondbacks. Jacob Misiorowski, the Miz, going for the Brew Crew. Since setting the league on fire in his first couple starts, the Miz has struggled. 8 earned runs over his last 5 1/3 innings, and he's walked 6 batters. Pfaadt has not been great this season for Arizona, but the Diamondbacks have won a lot of his starts. He's 12-8, and they've won 3 of his last 4. There's a major bullpen edge for Milwaukee in this game. I have currently ranked 4th at the moment, and I have Arizona ranked 20th. This is a tough game to cap because of the uncertainty of Misiorowski. He can be a 1 or he can be a 10. So let's go with certainty. We know that both these teams can score runs. Arizona is one of the best, the top 5, in fact, home run hitting team in baseball. And no team, the Brewers, no team has scored more runs since the All-Star break than the Brewers have. I think with the highly volatile starting pitchers we have on both sides, we go with the over 8 in this game. Next game, Kansas City at the White Sox. Michael Lorenzen going for the Royals. Martin Perez going for the White Sox. Lorenzen just pitched against this White Sox team August 16th, and Kansas City won that game 6-2. Perez has been good for Chicago, but the offense hasn't backed him up. His last 2 starts were 1-0 losses. And that's been a problem for the White Sox. They started the second half of the season swinging the bat really well, but since then, the offense has really fallen off a cliff. They also have one of the worst bullpens in baseball. The White Sox have an ERA, a bullpen ERA of 5.29 over the last 7 days and a fatigue factor of 7.8 out of 10. I have the Kansas City bullpen ranked 16 in their current form with a sub-4 ERA and a fatigue factor of just 5.2. Since the All-Star break, the Royals have scored the 6th most runs in baseball. Kansas City on the money line is the play in this one. Pittsburgh at St. Louis. We have Mitch Keller going for the Pirates, the veteran, against Andre Palante for the Redbirds. Keller is 5-12 on the season with an ERA of 4.34, and he's allowed 18 earned runs his last 18 2/3 innings. But Palante hasn't been any better. Palante is 6-11 with an ERA north of 5, and he's allowed 15 earned runs in his last 12 innings. The Cardinals bullpen is not in great form right now. They have an ERA of 4.91 over the last week. The Pittsburgh bullpen, however, is in very good form. They have an ERA of just 1.21 over the last week, the best in baseball, and a fatigue rate of just 4.8. The Pittsburgh offense also in way better form at the moment. The Pirates batting .276 over their last 7 games, 5th best in baseball over the last 7, and the Cardinals just .236. I like the Pirates on the money line to win this game straight up for plus money. Angels at the Rangers, 2 southpaws again. Yusei Kikuchi Going for the Halos and Patrick Corbin for Texas. Now, Corbin was having a very good season until the last few starts. In his last 3 starts, he's allowed 19 hits, 14 earned runs, and just 10 in the third innings. We know what we're getting from Kikuchi. He's a guy that doesn't really give you a lot of surprises. He'll go 5 or 6 innings, walk a few, strike out more than a few, and give up 2 or 3 runs. Texas holds the bullpen edge in this game, but not as much as they would have last month. The Rangers are slowly creeping back, and my bullpen ratings in the Angels are slowly creeping forward. I currently have Texas at 18 in bullpens, and I have the Angels at 22. The biggest difference in this game to me is the Angels' ability to put up crooked numbers in innings. The power against the Rangers' inability to create those kind of runs, and really not possessing any pitching edge that Texas ordinarily would, is the difference for me. I'll take the Angels on the money line. Colorado at Houston, pardon me. Tanner Gordon against Hunter Brown. Hey, that's Kevin's kid. Gordon has an ERA north of 7. A huge pitching mismatch in this game, both with the starters and the bullpens. Because of the price, there will be no value in betting the Astros to win this game in any way, either on the money line or on any kind of run line. The only way to play this game is Houston team total over. San Diego at Seattle. Dylan Cease against Luis Castillo. Cease continues to struggle to find the plate. His control's been off, and he struggles to get outs. He's really tough to trust at the moment. Castillo's coming off of 2 tough starts himself, giving up 10 hits and 3 runs to the Phillies in just 4 innings and 6 runs to the Mets in 4 innings. But I think at home, Castillo is the better option here, not by a ton. San Diego does have the bullpen advantage. I have them ranked first overall, whereas Seattle's bullpen is in terrible form right now. Over the last week, Seattle's bullpen has an ERA of 7.31. No bueno. I trust the Padres bats more at the moment as well. The Mariners batting just .207 as a team in their last 7 games. To me, any starting pitching edge that Seattle holds is nullified by the current offensive form edge San Diego has and the massive bullpen edge. Give me the Padres on the money line. Cubs at the Giants. Matthew Boyd versus Justin Verlander. Verlander's tough to back. He's 1-10 and has a 4.64 ERA. Matthew Boyd has had a great season, ERA of 2.61, and the Cubs bullpen is also in very good shape. In their current form, I have the Cubs bullpen ranked second at the moment with an ERA of 1.80 over the last 7 days. The Cubs offense also way more capable of anything offensively that the Giants is. The books right now have this money line for better. The minus 130 for the Cubs, and I think that's a low mark. Take the Cubs on the money line to beat the Giants. Tigers at the A's. No official starter yet for Sacramento A's. Charlie Morton, old man Morton, going for Detroit. Now, Morton struggles with teams that have powerful lineups and high slugging percentage. He just gave up 6 runs to the Angels August 9th, and in his only game against the A's, and these offenses are pretty similar, in his only game against the A's, he was chased out after just 2 in the 3rd innings and given up 4 runs. But I need to know more about what the A's are going to do for a starting pitching option. I think that the play in this game is probably going to be over the total in Tigers-A's. In the last game, we're looking at Cincinnati at the Dodgers. Nick Martinez going for the Big Red Machine. The ageless Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Los Angeles holds a starting pitching edge, and we have 2 very good bullpens at the moment. The Dodgers I currently have ranked 4th with an ERA of 2.51 and a fatigue factor of 5.1 out of 10 in the last 7 days. Cincinnati bullpen, just an ERA of 2.04 over the last week and a fatigue rate of 6.0. I think we see a close game here with the Dodgers winning, but the money line is too expensive. And as I mentioned often, I don't lay 1.5 runs with the home team. The play here, Jungle Nation, is the Dodgers on the alternate line of -1. Let's have a day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a little more money in your pocket.